Ho, 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 everybody. I've had this idea for some yard art for the holidays since last year, and I never got around to doing it, so I'm finally gonna give it a shot. I hope it goes well, because I'm gonna share it with y'all. I found this wood today at my local home improvement store in the cull wood section. Oh yes, you are coming home with me. That's where they sell irregular or damaged wood that they can't sell for full price. They sell it for 70% off. This is a little bit broken right here, which is why it was in the coal section, but I don't care, I'm gonna cut it off anyway. All right, the first thing I need to do is mark my center point on the top of this. It says that it's 12 inches, but it's actually only 11 and a half. Where have we seen that before, ladies? I'm looking at this thing now out here, and I feel like it's a little bit wide at the top. It looks almost like it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. But luckily that's pretty easy to fix. It's always better for it to be a little bit too big than a little bit too small.
Let's take a glass and raise a toast. Let us remember the year. Grateful for all the friends we have through every triumphant year. This is a time for us to love. This is a time to give. Forgetting all that's gone behind. This is a time to forgive.
I'm just going to clean these holes up a little bit with my Dremel. This is not an entirely necessary step. I am just really picky. So now the question is, how am I going to get all of the sawdust out of all these little tiny holes? Oh, idea. Aha! Whew, felt good to get a shower. Now you can paint these however you like. I, however, am going to stain them using some leftover stain that I have. I don't even know that I'm gonna bother putting a top coat on this because this is just a little Christmas decoration. I'm not too worried about it, but of course you could. You can get as fancy as you like with this.
Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging.
Now I'm a little afraid that some of the stain might have actually seeped through those holes, so I'm just gonna flip it over. Oh yeah, right there. You can see it, there's a couple down here. So in hindsight, I probably should have done the back first, but oh well. Now what I'm trying to do here was just sort of secure these lights at the back to make sure that they don't come out. I will admit that this is kind of a dangerous way to do it because if you pierce these cords, your lights might not work. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can get these little guys from the electrical department at your local home improvement store. Clearly it's a little safer to do it that way, but it is a little bit more time consuming, and also these guys are a lot more expensive than just staples for your staple guns. Now, building stands for these things was kind of a challenge.